Hello everyone, welcome to Monday Quilt Chat. How are you doing? Thanks for stopping by to chat with me today. I've always got something to chat about, and today is no different. So let's just see what I can get into today. I wanted to kind of go over some of the things that I was able to finish for January. January was no buy January. We didn't buy any fabric, most of us. I did not, and even on Support Your Local Quilt Day, I didn't make it out that day. So, oh well, that's okay. Tell me in the comments if you went to your local quilt store on Saturday and what did you purchase. And you can go ahead and tell on yourself. I'm not gonna give you any demerits for that. So, after all, I did give you permission to go shopping that day for fabric if you needed to, or if you wanted to. But yeah, I thought it would be pretty cool if we could just kind of go through and see what I was able to get done for January and what I still have left to do that I would like to get done before we get into February. And I'll just tell you what those are right off the bat. I started making the wristlets for the keychains for the key fobs, and that was a package of 12. And I have made 8, so I have 4 left to make, and I'll just keep these on hand as gifts. And that was a part of our scrap challenge for the week of January, to use up some of your fat quarters for little projects like these that could end up being gifts that you can give randomly throughout the year. So I have 4 more of those to do, and that'll take less than an hour to do. So I'm going to try to get those done before the month is out. We still have 2 days left of January, so we can get a lot of stuff done in 2 days, right? My 2 little art canvases that I did with the sayings on them, I still have 2 of those to do. So I'll get those done in the next couple of days, and that will be done. That was fun and easy. The hardest part was angling those mitered corners, but it's not really that hard. You just have to pay attention. And then you guys probably saw my video on the Dolls of Hope bears and dolls that you can make to give to children around the world who don't really even have any toys at all. And it's kind of a comfort toy for them, and it was very easy. So I have a video that I made last week on Wednesday for this. If you would like to go look at that, there's a free pattern you can get from the dollsofhope.org website, and you can send those on to them, and they'll make sure someone special gets it. So I'm going to do that. And then I never did show you this, but Ernest sent me some material in trade here a couple months ago. It's probably been more than a couple months ago, but it's vintage campers, and I needed a couple of placemats for the camper, and I got a nice little bar area now where I can use some placemats. So I just made myself 2 placemats to do to serve that purpose in there, and I just used some kind of vintagey looking fabric for the back, and I just did some straight line stitching on those, and a red and white border there, not border, binding. I don't think I'll ever be able to keep straight border and binding, so just forgive me if I say the wrong one. You know what I mean. So yeah, these are super cute. And it was exactly enough fabric. I don't think that I had anything much to speak of to left over, because these were 14 by 17, I think, finished. So 18 by 22, I may have had a little strip left of these 2 fat quarters. So those are finished. And then I had this one, which is a finish. It is a ribbon star table topper or wall hanging, and I quilted that on my Jazz 2 machine. I just did some leafy things that I always do, or crosshatch So, and then this magenta is the color of the year. So I thought that was fun and put that all together like that. And it's got kind of a sewing dictionary as the background. And I used my crumb quilting for my stars. I know some of you have already seen all these projects, but I just wanted to do a recap. And I think it might be something that I would like to do every month, just to kind of keep track of what I'm getting done. And I made this pillow as a part of the No Buy January. I used up some minky and some flannel that I had left over from this, and this is my most prized thing of the month, and I'm not going to be able to show you all of it, but this is the ragged flashback. It's completely done. I think I might need to clip a few threads here and there. Other than that, it's done. It's been washed. It's already got the raggy look to it, and here's the back, and I was able to just do my crosshatch on that in a big square. It's about a, I don't know, about a 6-inch square. Love it. It's so soft. And even this backing is so soft. And I think I'm going to use this in the camper too. This and this. I think it will fit nicely in the decor that I have, that I don't have going on in there yet. So this will be the start of it. In our other little camper that we had, I had everything red and black buffalo check. And I still have a lot of that stuff. And I'm going to use it, but I kind of would like a little bit more variation in the decor in there. And I'm trying not to go crazy with doing anything in the camper, because you can really go crazy decorating a camper, and you really don't need to decorate a camper. You don't even need to decorate a camper, because you're not in it that much. So there's my ragged flashback. I love it. It's so cozy. Love it. So I was happy to get that done, and now I can enjoy it. So this week we have in the proverbial hour calendar, my quilt art engagement calendar for 2023 that I'm using as a planner from the American Quilt Society. I'll share with you the quilt of the week. Pretty, isn't it? A little bit closer up there in the bottom there. It says Starry Night. That's what it's called. 64 by 84. Anne Marcellus of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. A one-block wonder technique by Maxine Rosenthal called Anne's Eye. After completing the hexes, Anne surrounded each with 12 more hexes plus star points. Anne had fun arranging the units and filling in empty spaces with more stars. The technique used 60-degree triangles sewn into visual hexagons. Anne machine pieced and quilted it with unique free motion motifs on each large star point. This quilt was made for a challenge on Facebook with over 1,600 members, and Anne's quilt received first place by Quilter's Choice vote. Now, if you look there, you can see what I'm talking about that I read. There are in the black star points. There's some fancy free motion in there. Now, on this subject, I am in the middle of taking an online course for a Stack and Whack kaleidoscope quilt. Stack and Whack? That didn't sound very good, did it? Stack and Whack. By Bethany, what's her name? The originator of this whole Stack and Whack kaleidoscope thing. Reynolds. Bethany Reynolds. It's a class that I've paid for and I'm taking through American Quilt Society. And I'm going to take you along on that ride. And I have plans to make a video this very week, getting that started. So yes, we are going to make a stack and whack. Now if y'all remember, about this time last year I was doing a stack and whack that I was told quite promptly wasn't really a stack and whack what I was doing. But this is. So this is going to be a redo of that series. But it will be a kaleidoscope quilt. And we'll just go through all the specifics on that, how to make one. And yeah, I'm excited about that. So I'm almost done with the course itself. I just got a couple more chapters, I guess you'd call it, or lessons to look at, and then have it available where I can refer back to all of it to actually do the cutting and all of that stuff and construction. So I have my week planned out already, what I'm going to do, and how much time I'm going to spend on certain projects so that I can at least get that much done. And I even included a little bit of cleaning this week. It's the end of the month, and you know, we've been kind of cleaning all through December, and you know, things get clean and organized, but I'm doing things in here, so I'm creating more dust and lint and clutter that needs to be dealt with. So I'm gonna take some time one day this week and kind of spiff up. So that's what I got planned for this week. And I have a designer spotlight for you. I went on over to AndoverFabrics.com. And when you think of Andover, who do you think of? Maybe Edita Sitar of Laundry Basket Quilts. Juicy Juice. Who else is kind of a big name? Every time I want to open these, they're slow. I don't know why. Allison Glass. Eye Candy. I don't know. Those are some that I recognize. But today I picked Patty Sloniger. Patty Sloniger, and I'll put a picture of her up here somewhere. And I just want to share with you what she says in her little bio information here. It says, my name is Patty Sloniger, and I'm based in Houston, Texas, though I grew up in Maryland. I've been drawing for as long as I can remember and am influenced by travel and the natural world around me. My BFA is in graphic design, but my first love is drawing, and all my ideas start out as sketches before they're translated onto the computer. I'm drawn to happy, pretty things, and I think that is reflected in my work, whether it's whimsical illustrations or more decorative pattern work. I love getting to see my work take on a second life when someone else creates something totally new out of it. It's like getting to collaborate with a whole host of creatives I've never met. And I wanted to show you this is something, it says that it's available now. I don't know when it came out, but this line is called Flora and Fauna. And I'm going to put some pictures up here of that. And I just wanted to point out how that you can really see the influences of nature in her drawings for the fabric. Grass, lichen, wild carrots. Then she has swallowtail butterflies, wetlands, and in those wetlands, it's kind of like one of those egret, one of those wetlands birds, you know, an egret. There's a gray one and a teal one, and then a lighter green one. So very nice line there, very colorful. Camellias, that's the big flowers. And then there's that conservatory one there that's in green and a coral color. Very cool. So Patty Sloniger is the designer. Flora and Fauna is the name of the line. And as all the other fabric companies that I've considered, there are free patterns galore on here. So I want to show you something that I found while I was, let's see, hold on just a second. I was looking in the free patterns section, and now I don't see the free patterns section. How could that be? Free quilt patterns. It's on the bottom. That's weird. Okay. So, you know, I have the red and white quilt that we're doing for us. And I wanted to do something kind of simple. And had in mind to do a snowball quilt where the squares are red and the rounded parts are white. Or some sort of white background out of this red and white. And I found a pattern on here that I think will work just great, and it's called Alexandria. Let me show you. I think this will be a little more interesting than just simply snowballs one after the other. But you can see that there's some 9 patches there, and also the snowballs. Now the snowball area is 5 inches, so those 9 patches are 2-inch squares. So each of those squares will only be like 5, but I think that'll make a really interesting red and white quilt. Yeah, I ran across that. I might use that for that, but I need to decide soon exactly what that's going to be. I'm going to take that on my trip with me and work on that during February. As I'm traveling and spending time in Nevada. Alright, so there's that. It's been rainy and drizzly and gross around here. I can't wait to get away from here. I hope wherever I'm going will be sunnier and nicer. I'm really tired of it. And look at my hair. I mean, it's just fuzzy from all the mistiness that's in the air. Ugh. So anyway, I'm getting out of here soon. So you guys have a great week. Let me know what you're working on down below. Oh, one more thing. The barn block quilt that's a lot of sew-alongs are going on with right now online or on YouTube. Since Martingale is going out of business, you can't find that book high or low. You can get a digital version of it, and I probably will get a digital version of it at some point. But if any of you have that pattern and you think you won't make it and you want to sell me the book, I'd be happy to buy it and pay for the postage for it to be sent to me. So I can take care of that right away for you, because I'd really like to have the book. I don't mind using digital patterns, but I like the book better. So if only you're not going to use it and you don't think you'll use it, then hit me up and you can send me an email in the lessons learnt 2021@gmail.com. And keep sending in your finishes for Finish It Friday. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday with an episode of the Stack and Whack Kaleidoscope quilt. Yeah, just kind of an introductory sort of video that I'm going to make. I might get into some cutting. We'll see. But look for that on Wednesday. And after that, Finish It Friday, and there will have gone another week. All right, have a great week, and thanks for stopping by again, and we'll see you soon. Bye.